Hello everyone, my name is William Devlin and this is my introductory speech. Self-reliance is an important part of becoming a functioning adult in our society. It often comes to us in times of great need, when we are alone, unfamiliar territory, and when we're out of options. I'm sure everyone here can think of a time where they had to face a great task or challenge, and I'm sure everyone can think of that exact time when they realized they had to face it alone. Many of the more memorable events would probably be in our young adult lives, um, likely seen as a rite of passage in becoming an adult or even in becoming the person that you are today. When living in a society, especially in modern times, it can be all too easy to rely on your fellow man to help you through life's difficulties. It's become all too easy to shy away from the opportunity to learn new skills and the perceived preservation of time. Too easy to use our ignorance as a shield instead of fuel to grow. With self-reliance, to me, it means that not only you're utilizing your acquired skills to overcome the challenges you may encounter, but also utilizing an open mindset, recognizing an opportunity to learn something new and improve on your knowledge or skills. I feel that I take self-reliance a little bit to the extreme. I grew up in poor single-parent homes, often unsupervised. As the oldest sibling, I was relied upon to care for my younger siblings, to prepare meals, ready them for school, and protect them from danger. From the age of 7, I was more of a babysitter than a brother in my home. I never really had the option of not being self-reliant, especially when it came to the day-to-day routines of chores and homework and hygiene. I believe that environment is what drove me to actively pursue skills in what I was interested in. At the age of 6, I borrowed my neighbor's bike, and over the course of a summer and with the help of a hill, I taught myself to ride that bike. When we got hungry, I learned how to cook. I scraped together what meager meals we could get in the home. Nothing fancy, but it was something that I had to get through. When my knife got dull, I learned how to sharpen it with a little trial and error with a smooth stone that I found in the woods. As I got older, my self-reliance turned into something a little bit more. It was evolved into acquiring skills more than just surviving. Main thing that I can think of is my difficulty to get to my job in Seattle when I was working part-time in high school. We had an unreliable vehicle at the time, and I was told that it could be mine for the very affordable price of free if I can get it running. And I tried working on the vehicle with my father, and over the course of a few afternoons I realized, aside from changing fluids, my father was not the wealth of mechanical knowledge that I hoped he would be. Auto shop wasn't offered in my high school, so I had to find another means of acquiring that knowledge of how to work on a car. I got in touch with my high school counselor, and luckily there was a facility called OSC, Occupational Skill Center, and they offered teaching in different skills, and you could still receive high school credit. As I gained knowledge in the automotive field, after I, of course, applied for the OSC and got in, I became hooked. It was quite apparent that there was a plethora of transferable skills in the automotive field. Movement of integrated mechanical parts, hydraulics, electrical systems, fluid dynamics. It's really it opened that door for me. And as soon as I got a glimpse of all the things I had no idea about, it was definitely an eye-opener to me. I wanted to learn more. And when a recruiter from the Universal Technical Institute showed up at the shop, I was all too eager to sign my life away and get myself in lots of student loan debt, with my father, of course, co-signing for me. My self-reliance once again helped me when I got to Phoenix, Arizona, and I began working and going to school full time, which, if any of you are doing it now, you know that it's not exactly an easy thing to get done. I was able to graduate from the Universal Technical Institute, specializing in Volvo, through the Volvo Safe program, moved back up here to Washington, and began working as a mechanic in Volvo Bellevue. I was lucky enough to get in during a class action lawsuit in which Volvo was replacing every transmission in their XC90s, the 4T65E. So that was my sink or swim scenario that I got into, and that's kind of how they weeded out who was going to make it or not. So that's first time really working on a car, was me ripping transmissions out. But I proved myself to my management and to my coworkers. I was able to use my skills as a mechanic to show that I was capable of doing, being a contributing part of that team. Then the recession hit, and I watched many people my age lose their jobs and fall on hard times. I was fortunately able to use my skills to make ends meet, doing side work, flipping vehicles, and also supporting some of my unemployed friends. After 11 years working as a Volvo master technician and service writer, I moved on to Boeing. I operated CNC-controlled 5-axis water jets and robot arms, and I really got interested in understanding the programming side of that. So I bought myself a little CNC router and began learning how to program through Mach 3. It was kind of interesting to think about how these multi-million-dollar pieces of equipment can't run unless you got a little bit of programming to get them to do what you need them to do. Also, I'm a homeowner. Anyone else is a homeowner out there, you got plenty of opportunity to learn carpentry and plumbing, HVAC. I was able to increase my skills as an electrician as well. I got laid off from Boeing during the pandemic, but I didn't see getting laid off as a challenge to overcome. I saw it as an opportunity to learn something new, and that's what brought me here to RTC. Welding was something that I was always interested in, but definitely was something that I wanted to add to my repertoire of skills. So let me commend you all on your decision to learn a new skill. We live in a time where at the click of a button we can have our choice of skilled worker come and help us out and solve our challenges and tasks that we face. With the click of that same button, we can also begin to learn a new skill. And instead of choosing to write off an opportunity to learn something new, choose to grow, choose to be self-reliant. I have a quote here from Ralph Waldo Emerson. "The secret of fortune is joy in our hands. Welcome evermore to gods and men is the self-helping man. For him all doors are flung wide. Him all tongues greet. All honors crown. All eyes follow with desire. Our love goes out to him and embraces him because he did not need it." Thank you for your time.